July 14, 1881. Fort Sumner, New Mexico Territory. Midnight. A young man in stocking feet slips quietly into a darkened adobe house, hungry for a midnight steak and maybe a quick word with a girl. He steps into the bedroom, Colt in hand, and whispers, "Quien es?" Who's there? From the shadows, a familiar voice answers with two quick shots. One bullet tears through his chest, just above the heart. He drops dead at 21. No grand shootout, no blaze of glory, just a fast, dark end to a life that burned bright and short. His name was Henry McCarty, better known as William H. Bonney. Most folks called him Billy the Kid, the boy outlaw who became the West's most famous ghost. You're listening to Blood on the Saddle, true stories of men who rode the razor edge of the frontier. Some built order like Judge Roy Bean last week. Others tore it down like this one. I'm your host, Ron Menser. Tonight, we chase the shadow of Billy the Kid. Not the Hollywood myth, the real kid. Orphaned, fast with a gun, caught in a war that made him a legend. Let's ride. Act 1, The Forge. Born Henry McCarty, probably late 1859, maybe in the New York City slums, maybe not. Records are fuzzy, just like the man himself. His mother was Catherine Devine, an Irish immigrant, tough as nails. She ran a laundry and kept food on the table through sheer will. His father was unknown, or dead early, gone before the boy could remember. By 1870, Catherine had moved to the family west to Wichita, Kansas, then to Silver City, New Mexico. Henry was a good kid at first. He attended school, stayed polite, and helped his mother around the house. But in 1874, Catherine died of tuberculosis. Henry was 14, suddenly orphaned. His stepfather was gone or useless. His older brother Joseph drifted away. With no one to guide him, the boy started small thefts, food, clothes, then on to bigger ones, horses, cattle. He was arrested for theft in 1875. He escaped jail by climbing the chimney. That was his first real taste of freedom on the run. He headed to Arizona, worked as a ranch hand and a gambler. In 1877, he shot a blacksmith in a saloon fight. Witnesses says it was self-defense. He fled back to New Mexico and started using new names. William H. Antrim, then William H. Bonney. Folks started calling him the Kid. He was 5'8", about 140 pounds, with blue eyes, prominent buck teeth, and a quick, charming smile. He could talk his way out of trouble, or into it. Let's take a rifle break. The frontier didn't make monsters out of boys. It gave them no room to stay boys. His mother gone, no father to lean on, no law to protect him. The kid could have gone straight. Plenty of orphans did. But hunger and hard men pushed him toward the gun. When life strips you bare, family dead, world cold, choose your path sharp. Some build ranches like Charles Goodnight. Some burn bright and short like the Kid. Your choice defines the legend. Act 2, The Crucible. 1878, Lincoln County, New Mexico. A powder keg cattle war begins between two factions. On one side, Irish-born Lawrence Murphy and James Dolan. They ran the town like their personal kingdom. Store, saloon, army contracts, corrupt sheriff in their pocket. On the other, an English rancher, John Tunstall, and his partner, lawyer Alexander McSween. McSween was sharp and educated, originally from Nova Scotia. He was married to Susan McSween, a strong, determined woman who stood by his side through the worst of it. Together with backing from big cattleman John Chisholm, Tunstall and McSween opened a rival store and a bank to break the Murphy and Dolan's monopoly. Tunstall hired the kid as a ranch hand. He saw potential in the quick, loyal young man and treated him fairly, something the kid hadn't known much of. But Murphy and Dolan didn't like competition. They accused McSween of embezzling funds from an estate, an old grudge, and hired gunmen to rustle Tunstall's cattle and harass the operation. February 18, 1878, Tunstall rode out unarmed to check his horses. Murphy Dolan's posse gunned him down in cold blood. McSween swore to bring the killers to justice legally. When the law stalled, Sheriff William Brady was on the take. He helped form the Regulators, a posse to hunt Tunstall's murderers. The kid joined, riding for vengeance and loyalty to the man who had given him a fair shake. The war turned bloody fast. April 1st, the Regulators ambushed Sheriff Brady and Deputy Hindman on Lincoln's Main Street. The kid and others opened fire from behind an adobe wall. Brady and Hindman died. July 1878, the Battle of Lincoln. Murphy-Dolan forces backed by the army from Fort Stanton surrounded and burned McSween's house in a 5-day siege. McSween refused to surrender. He tried to negotiate, but he was shot dead outside the burning building along with several others. Susan McSween escaped the flames. The kid and a handful of Regulators slipped out, guns blazing. Among the Murphy-Dolan gunmen was Bob Ollinger, nicknamed Pecos Bob. He rode with the Seven Rivers Warriors, a gang tied to dominant faction. During the war, the kid killed Bob Beckwith, a close friend or associate of Ollinger's, in a shootout, and that made Ollinger hate the kid with a personal burning grudge. The two men knew each other only as enemies, opposing sides on the same bloody range war. Let's take a rifle break. Revenge is a fire that warms, then burns. The kid started for justice. Tunstall had been good to him. McSween had fought for what was right. But blood calls blood. War turns boys into killers. When you draw first in anger, the trail gets narrow. The kid could have taken amnesty. Governor Lew Wallace offered it. He didn't. He chose the gun. That choice ends most men young. Think on it when rage rises. Pull the trigger or walk away. Act 3, The Cost and the Crown. Late 1880, new sheriff, Pat Garrett. Tall, ex-Buffalo hunter, once rode with the kid, hunts him down. There was an ambush at Stinking Springs. The gang surrenders. The kid is captured. He's tried in Mesilla for Brady's murder. Convicted. Sentenced to hang on May 13, 1881. Held in the Lincoln County Courthouse, shackled, guarded by deputies James Bell and Bob Ollinger. Ollinger bullied him constantly, taunted him with a shotgun, beat him, made it clear to be the one to pull the trigger in revenge for Beckwith. The kid told friends Ollinger's abuse, quote, worked me up until I could hardly contain myself. April 28, 1881. The kid slips a loose handcuff key or overpowers Deputy Bell. He shoots Bell dead, grabs Ollinger's 10-gauge shotgun downstairs. Ollinger hears shots, and rushes back from lunch across the street. The kid waits at the courthouse window and calls out, "Hello, Bob." Then he blasts Solinger with his own gun. Buckshot, or in legend, dimes. Adios, old friend. The kid escapes on horseback. The summer of 1881, he hides with friends in Fort Sumner, steals horses, gambles, courts girls like Paulita Maxwell. July 14, Garrett tracks him, waits in Pete Maxwell's house. The kid walks in dark, hungry, sees a shadow, asks, "Quien es?" twice. Garrett shoots once, right through the heart. The kid falls dead, gun unfired. No last words, no blaze. Buried quick in Fort Sumner Cemetery. He was only 21. 9 confirmed kills at most, not the 20 he once bragged about in dime novels. But the myth exploded. Books, movies, songs. The boy outlaw who defied the law, escaped chains, died young. A symbol of rebellion, or a wasted life. Here's the reckoning. Listen, brother. Billy the Kid wasn't a hero or a monster. He was just a kid who lost his way in a hard land. Fast with a gun, quick with a smile, loyal to the few who treated him right. He was caught in a cattle war bigger than him. He chose vengeance over peace. He died alone in the dark. Your lesson? The frontier rewards the steady, not the flashy. Goodnight built empires. Bean bent the law to keep order. The kid burned out fast. When trouble comes, don't just draw. Think. Endure. Build. Legends fade. Legacies last. Next week, we ride with the outlaw queen who outshot most men, Belle Starr, the bandit queen. Until then, stay hard, stay dangerous, and I'll see you on the trail.